overhauled in 1986. Today, we stand on the doorstep of delivering the most sweeping tax overhaul in more than 30 years. But make no mistake, this day and this historic legislation is not about us. It's about providing long overdue relief to American workers, families, and job creators. It's about making America's economy stronger than ever by delivering more jobs, fairer taxes, and bigger paychecks across this nation. Have great ideas, and some had priorities that are not ultimately included in this bill. From top to bottom, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is the most transformational tax reform bill since President Reagan reformed the code in 1986. But for me, this bill is far more than a collection of pro-growth tax policies. This is a restoration of basic freedoms that all Americans deserve. 435 members of the House.
Mr. Chairman, I believe the bill before us today is a bad idea for millions of Americans, particularly those in the middle class. The legislation, which was crafted solely by the majority party behind closed doors and which was not made public until late last week, puts the well-connected first while forcing millions of American families to watch as their taxes will go up. That's not what the American people asked us to do, and it's not something that we intend as Democrats to support. In 2001, Republicans offered a tax cut of $1.3 trillion. In 2003, Republicans offered a tax cut of an additional $1 trillion, and in 2005, they offered a repatriation tax holiday. Each time, they promised job growth. However, they took us to the casino each time without a win. So why do we think that we'll have a win with this proposal? Their offering today is based upon the following premise. Maybe there will be 3% growth. Maybe there will be 3.5% growth. Maybe there will be more investment. But we can also say, based on the three examples I've just cited, maybe not. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. Before we get started with consideration of H.R. 1, we'll now proceed to consideration of H.R. 1, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Without objection, the measure will be considered as read and open for amendment at any point.
Ms. Sanchez, aye. Mr. Higgins? Mr. Higgins, yes. 16 yeas, 24 nays.